Chrissie Swan Show.
Big night last night, Jack.
Oh,
You look like a new man, and that's because you did something that scared you. And how good is it?
you feel so good after it. I was on cloud 9.
And the thing is, it didn't matter if you sucked, which you didn't.
Thank you.
That's not the point. Wouldn't have mattered if you'd fallen over or you shuffled down or whatever. It doesn't matter. The fact that you did it, that's where you get the benefits.
Correct. I wasn't trying to be a model. It was just something that was scary and it was fun to do. I actually ended up having so much fun once I walked out, saw your face, saw our beautiful listeners. Tom was there, my friends and my mum and dad. It was actually really fun.
Even though it was hard to recognise us with our dark shades on.
And then me in my, look, that outfit's not something I would generally wear, but hey, I wore it. You can check it out on our socials at The Chrissie Swan Show.
You look great.
Thank
I was
you,
very
Swan.
proud of you, and we all were. Big show ahead of us. But first, let's talk about doing stuff that scares you. Are you doing something this weekend that makes you feel like nervous and alive? We want to hear about it. 13 24 10 calls to say good day.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
It's Friday, big night. Last night, Jack, you did something that really scared you and you absolutely knocked it out of the park. And what I say to my kids all the time is never, ever think that things are going to be very bad because they never are.
Never. It's good to challenge yourself and it's good to get yourself outside of your own comfort zone.
It is. You feel alive.
Chrissie's Say G'day.
Yes, indeed. We're asking you, what are you doing this weekend that might scare you a little bit? Hello, Mary Claire.
Hi, Chrissy.
Please talk to me about singing.
I'm so nervous. I joined a choir recently, which is all good fun. That's fine. And then the person that was doing the solo bit, just for a few lines, can't do it. So she asked if I could do it this weekend. And at the time, I felt really brave, and I went, sure, no worries. It's now coming up this weekend.
Mary Claire, I am telling you, you are going to love this because whole new neural pathways are going to be firing in your brain. What is the song? What's the song?
It's a choir version of It's My Life by Bon Jovi.
What?
Oh, my God. So which bit is the solo for you?
Oh, it's just one of the verses. It's one of the verses. Don't make me sing it now.
No,
That's
just start it with a word for me. Just start it.
When it goes, it's my life, my heart is like an open
highway. Frankie said I did it my way.
Hey,
just give it the Swanee treatment.
Mary Claire, you've got a beautiful, just everyday voice.
Doesn't
anyway,
she?
What do you do for work?
No, I sit in a quiet room by myself and manage compliance.
No,
so.
well, you are wasted. You need to be on radio or doing voiceovers. Your voice is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. I accept the job. Thank you.
In fact, I'm going to write an ad for you next week and get you to record it.
Yes.
We're going to get you a little CV, baby.
Mary Claire, we're going to give
I
you
love that.
a Baker's Delight voucher. Good luck this weekend. You will smash it.
Thank you so much.
Let's go to Debbie. Hello, Debbie. What are you doing that scares you?
Bungee jumping.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, no, I was going to do it once before. I climbed all the way up and then I pulled out. So I am determined to do it this time.
Oh, Debbie.
Fingers crossed.
You're talking to the wrong person. I was supposed to do it on national television.
Oh, really?
Yes, on I'm a Celebrity, me and Joel Chrissie,
Oh,
way back in the day, and I got all the way up on the scissor lift, and then I said, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And the reason I said I couldn't do it was I thought, what if I die and my poor 3 children have to be like, oh, Mum was on a TV show and she plummeted to her death.
When that happens, Swanee, did the producers or Julia and Chris at the time try to convince you? Is there...
Yes, they do. But I said, I do not want my mother and father to say to my children, sorry, she died because Merv Hughes wanted an ostrich neck. You know what I mean?
Debbie, whereabouts are you jumping?
In New Zealand.
Wow, Deb.
I mean, gorgeous place to die if you do.
Amazing.
Debbie, you're going to absolutely nail it. We're going to send you a Baker's Delight voucher.
Thank you, and I think you were amazing.
Yes,
Thanks so much,
yes.
Debbie. I got it done. I got there.
That's exactly right. Good on you.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
As you know, Mystic Chrissie comes in on a Wednesday. She's not here now, or is she? Because I've been told actually all my life by psychics and clairvoyants and anyone with the gift, a bit witchy, they'll always say to me, you've got something.
Yeah, okay.
Always. Do people say that to you? I wonder if people say it to everybody or maybe just me. Okay, maybe it is just me.
I've never had that.
They always have said it to me, always, my whole life. And I just go, oh, no, I don't think so. But I think the bottom line is sometimes I do weird things that, feel like.
Yeah, a little bit Jackie Gillies.
How dare you?
The angels.
Yeah, that is a demon.
That's not my grandmother. That's a demon.
Oh, that is so rude. Anyway, something happened this week, and it's a bit dark and sad, so I don't even know if I should share it, but I'm going to because I've got no filter. You were excellent, shush. So I listen to music all the time, as you know, because I can't do anything unless there's music going. And out of the blue, I remembered last Thursday an artist that I hadn't listened to for 25 years. There was an artist in the early 2000s, 2001. She released an album. Her name was Angie Stone.
Okay.
And I was upstairs cleaning my room again. Insufferable, endless task. And Angie Stone's song, Wish I Didn't Miss You, popped into my head. And Peg was on my bed. And I said, oh, my God, I've just remembered Angie Stone. She's one of my favourite artist. I haven't listened to her in decades. Have a listen. And I played her this song. So I'm singing it. I listened to the whole album. I listened to her all day. I listened to her all weekend. The whole time going, why on earth have I not been listening to Angie Stone every single day? What? I mean, obviously, because I've been listening to Taylor, but she was just one of my favourites, and I'd forgotten her. Anyway, by the way, I sang exactly like I sang then to Peg, and when I finally opened my eyes, because I was on stage in my mind.
Of course. With
a huge afro and a massive, gorgeous chocolate set of buzzies like Angie Stone. And then I opened my eyes and Peg was looking at me like,
mortified.
You are disgusting. Anyway, I will not stop enjoying my life just because I get shade thrown at me.
No.
She was on my mind all weekend, Angie Stone, la la la. I'm flicking through Instagram on Monday, the first day after the weekend.
Yeah.
And you know how on Instagram at the top, I don't even know what it is, people write like statuses, like
yes,
Facebook
you get those little notes, the notes on top of their icon.
Yeah. Anyway, I see R.I.P. Angie Stone. And I go, what?
It's because you listen to her music.
What do you mean R.I.P. Angie Stone? Angie Stone passed away in a car accident at the age of 63 just this week.
That is awful.
I'm sorry, but that is weird. Is that weird or not?
Weird.
It's weird that I haven't thought about this woman.
And then
R.I.P. and can you imagine my brain nearly exploded?
Don't have any more thoughts about people.
No, I won't. I'm going to go and get a lobotomy because I'm scared that everyone I think of is going to die.
Right, and tragically too. 13, 24, 10. Are you a little bit witchy like Swan?
That is weird, isn't it?
That's weird.
That is weird. 20 years I haven't heard of
I'm scared given how close I am with you. No more thoughts. Just don't think.
Oh, yeah, I did have a dream about you. You're going to end up very poor.
No, that I'm going to end up...
no money.
No, I'm going to end up at Paris Fashion Week.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
Look, it's not Mystic Chrissie Day, but I think I might be a bit mystic.
And we're asking on 13, 24, 10, Swanee, whether you're a little bit witchy, whether you can predict stuff or you have dreams about stuff that comes true.
Hello, Jonathan.
Oh, Swan, how are you, Dal?
Oh, my God. People will hear this exchange and think, oh, that's one of Chrissy's oldest friends, and it isn't. And yet it is, isn't it, Jonathan?
No, it's just a homosexual from the suburbs. We're all your friends.
I know. Aren't I so lucky to be sort of enveloped in the love of you and your community, Jonathan?
I know. We've got Kylie, we've got Ricky Lee, and we've got Chrissie
I know.
Swan. We've got the three of you.
I'm so honoured. All right, Jonathan, we digress. Thank you, by the way. But when have you been a bit witchy?
Yeah, so I am a team manager of a group of people, and I turned around and said to one of my colleagues one day, I have this really weird feeling that you're pregnant. And she was like, no, not possible. We're not even trying. And I said, go home, pee on the stick. Go now in your lunch break if you like. Off you go, Toots. Go pee on the stick. And she come back to me a couple of days later and she's like, yep, you were right. According to that test, I was pregnant. And she went and did her blood test and, the rest is history. She's had her baby and I was vindicated.
That sort of happened to me too, Jonathan, and hearing your stories reminded me when I used to work on the TV show called The Circle, which was camp as hell. I know you loved it.
Fan.
A big fan. I worked with a makeup artist called Meg, and she had two older kids, 17, 19 or whatever, and we were walking onto set, and I looked at her in her eyes and I went, and I gasped, and she was like, "What?" And I went, "Oh my God, you're pregnant." And she was, but she hadn't told anybody.
Isn't it exciting, though? It feels naughty, but also exciting.
I know, because, she was doing it. She was doing
Jonathan,
the business, Jonathan.
Can you remember what it was that, made you say it? Was it something visually about your colleague?
Now, she had a bit of a glow about her. I'd seen her obviously many times, but I turned around on this day and, look, it was middle of the afternoon. The sun was shining through. I don't know if those two things relate or not, but she had a glow, and I was certain.
It's so bizarre that you chose that. It could have been anything. I mean, she could have just given up gluten or been off the booze or whatever, but, you did it, man. You did it. You're a bit witchy.
Yeah, I'm a bit witchy, thank you. And I just want to say before I let you go, love you, Swanee, and I'd love you to run towards me one day. It'd be an honour.
The best story ever.
Jonathan, we're going to send you a double pass to Novocaine No Pain, which is in cinemas April 3.
I'll run towards you. Don't you worry, Jonathan. Hello, Jilly.
Hello, lovely people. How are we?
Good.
Even more magic since I've heard your voice. What sort of witchiness have you been doing?
Well, my witchiness was I was driving home from groceries one day and I kept thinking something is going to happen with myself involving my car, and I was just thinking and I was trying not to think anything of it, but it just kept coming up. I got home, parked my car in the driveway, walked down to grab my mail down. I'm sort of on a hill. Next minute, my car had rolled out of the driveway, hit me on the left side of my body, threw me into the fence and smashed into the house across the road.
Jill, is everyone okay?
I was in shock, but in the end, yes, I was battered and bruised and broken collarbone, but something told me I normally would walk up the middle of the driveway. Yeah. That day I walked with the side of the driveway, and lucky I did because I had a four-wheel drive, and I feel like I would have gone under.
You would have, Jill, you would. Oh, my God.
I would have then been scared moving forward in everyday life, Jill, of any other thoughts you would have. Because you might suddenly start having these awful thoughts and then panic that they're going to come true.
Have you had anything pop into your head since and gone, oh, dear?
I always worry about driving now. I always double check that my car is in park. I've got the brake on. It's just something that's stuck in my mind. So, yeah.
Wow.
Jill, you need to find your Zen with a prize pack of Ep Zen favourites. We're going to send those to you, and it's going to bring you back down to earth and calm you, okay?
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank
and just,
you.
Use the handbrake, please, Jilly.
Please.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Fabulous Friday, and it's fabulous because you have completed your task, Jack, and you're very relieved. You're officially a model.
I officially am.
Follow us on Instagram and check it out. But let's do this.
Chrissie's Clickbait.
This is twice I've mentioned Curtis Stone this week. First of all, on Tuesday. I basically name dropped, and I won't name drop about anybody apart from Curtis Stone. Have you noticed?
You don't name drop. I don't think in our 10 years together you've name dropped to me.
The fact that he knows who I am fills me with
it really delights
joy.
you.
It really does, and I don't know why. I just really like him so much.
You know how he's like the face of Coles? Is he still?
Yes.
It should be Chrissie and Curtis.
I agree.
Chrissie and Curtis at Coles.
I'll do anything just to be in his orbit. And I am going to be on his TV show.
I'm very excited about
I
that.
think I've chosen what I was going to do too, but now I've forgotten. It involved my world-famous Chipotle mayo, by the way.
Hey, you should make him, I know you can probably only cook one meal, even if you just take this in, you should take in your coconut cake for him to try.
I should, shouldn't I?
Because that's unbelievable.
I thought you were going to say my pulled pork.
Or that. That is
you
really
love that.
good.
Or my lamb shoulder is also amazing.
You've got a lot of great dishes.
I got a lot of great dishes, and so does he. And in fact, he appeared on a podcast called The Big Down Under. And he was asked, what would you cook if you had a meal that you had to prepare for President Trump?
If I was going to sort of lean into Australian, we bring in some beautiful Wagyu beef. I know that he likes steak.
He likes it well done as well. You need to make that. You need to cook that thing hard.
If you were going to serve well done steak, you wouldn't serve a big, thick steak. Maybe you'd slice it thin. Maybe that's the answer for the Donald.
For the Donald.
For the Donald. I've got a few things to say here. Weirdly, Curtis sent me he's got a range of new appliances, and one of them is a cordless carving knife. And I used it at my dinner party on Friday to carve eye fillet steak.
What?
Yep, and it is unbelievable.
Maybe you can teach Curtis how to cook for Trump and what he should do.
I can't teach him anything, but if I was to cook for Trump and it had to be Australian, I would definitely give him twisties. No, that's a lie. I'll give him cheesels. I give him Cheeto cheese and bacon balls.
With like a side dish of Vegemite to dip in.
Yeah, and then he could just rub his fingers on his face with the orange dust and you wouldn't even know that he'd done it.
Wouldn't have a clue. Curtis has a relationship with the Donald, because he was on Celebrity Apprentice in the US.
He was too.
Yeah. So that could probably be not far from happening.
Yeah, he didn't, he wasn't sort of nasty about it, was he?
No.
I think he felt, he's a good man. All right, enough name dropping for my friend, my mate Curtis. Do I have his number in my phone? Not a chance.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. No, we're not even friends. Anyway, Channing Tatum has moved on from Lenny Kravitz's daughter, Zoe Kravitz. She's also moved on, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So Channing Tatum from Magic Mike has a new girlfriend.
She's an Aussie.
Her name is Inca, and she would not have been born when Magic Mike was made, or literally any film. She's only 25 years old.
Wow.
It looks, I am not ageist by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not at all. I just think love is love, whatever. But seeing them together, she does look, because she doesn't look 25, she looks 11.
19.
Yeah, she's one of those, almost like, Miranda Kerr has got that, the babyish features, big eyes, and she looks like a baby.
Swanee, Inca could be Miranda Kerr's younger sister.
I agree.
They've got the exact same face structure and shape.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum is looking so hot. I'm sorry. I know you're not a massive Channing Tatum fan.
No,
but
I'm just not. Why can't I see it?
That outfit, he just gets better with age.
I cannot see it.
Yeah, you can't, can you?
No. What's wrong with me? Normally I can. I tell you what I can see is Zoe Kravitz's new boyfriend. Holy. His name is Noah Centineo or Centineo.
Yeah, Centineo, I think. He's a pretty big actor, but he's one of those dudes you'd see his face and not know his name.
Well, I don't even know do you know who he looks like? He looks like the love child of Pete Davidson and Mark Ruffalo. And bang! That is my type.
Absolutely. Good on them. At least they're both happy and moving on.
How do they do it? How do these people do it?
Wow.
Oh, they're hot. Oh, really?
This is the Chrissie Swan Show. Nothing tastes better than fresh bread from Baker's Delight, baked by real bakers. Chrissie Swan's Fresh Fridays.
Nothing tastes better than fresh bread baked Baker's Delight. Nothing sounds better than a fresh hit. We've got them here for you every Friday at this time. Last night, we were in full runway mode.
We were. I strutted my stuff at the PayPal Melbourne Fashion Festival. Didn't fall over.
There'll be, you can find footage of it wherever you go, really, Instagram. But I was asleep at midnight. I don't want to know where you were by the looks of the bags under your eyes today. But at midnight, it was a very, very important time because Lady Gaga dropped that album that we've all been waiting for. We've been trying to grab snippets of it all day to get across it. We are going to play Telephone.
Yes, because sometimes in Fresh Friday, Swan, we pick an old song and make it fresh again for the purpose of our ears.
But I'll have all the bits and bobs about the new album before the end of the show. I've just got to get my head around it. There's so much to take in.
So much to take in.
It's a big album, you know? Yeah.
People have been waiting for it for ages.
Mm-hmm.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
It's nice to be back and fresh from the fashion festival. You don't need to do anything
I'm not nervous about anything.
Chrissie's Quizzy.
You look visibly relieved. Hello, Jody.
Hi, how you going?
Yeah, good.
Congratulations, Steph.
Yeah, didn't he do well?
Thanks,
We're
Jody.
so proud of him.
You can,
sensational, and you looked amazing too, Chrissy, and all the followers.
Thank you, Jodie. I just don't know why there were no bum bags on the catwalk, which is an oversight.
Because they're awful.
Hello, Christine.
Hello, guys. How are you?
So good. My name is also Christine. Have you liked it?
Yes, I do, because I work in childcare and they sing out Chrissy, Chrissy.
Oh, that's sweet. Do you spell it with an IE or a Y on the end?
A Y.
Okay, I'm an IE. Oh, that was Jack saying that it was the wrong spelling, even though it is. But I didn't hit the sound effect. All right, your names are your buzzers, Jodes and Chrissy. It's the best of 5, meaning the first one of yous to get to 3 gets the bum bag. Question number 1. Tomorrow is International Women's Day. Name just one of the colours associated with the day.
Christine.
Oh, Jodie.
Oh.
Purple pink?
Yeah. Purple, green or white. I didn't know that. She said purpley pink. I didn't even know that.
I didn't know there were colours either.
No.
Also, we should just have one. 3's confusing.
Yeah, but it's for ladies. We can't make up our mind.
True. Don't at me.
Okay. Question number 2. Which Williams sister has won more Grand Slam titles, Serena or Venus?
Jodie!
Christine.
Jodie.
Oh.
Serena!
Yes.
Jodie, is your phone like under your car seat and you're having to yell out?
Oh, sorry, I'm a bit excited, that's all.
Oh, no, I love the excitement.
love it.
You just sound far away from your phone. We can hear you loud and clear, though. 2 points to Jodie.
I am in the car.
Question number 3.
Every day's Friday in Jodie's head. Question number 3. Which pop star dropped a new album called Mayhem today?
Christine.
Yes, Christine.
Lady Gaga.
It is Lady Gaga.
She's on the scoreboard. Question number 4.
In which year did World War I begin?
Jodie,
Yes, Jodie.
that's a guess, 1954.
No, it's a very, very bad guess. Christine?
Yeah, sorry.
1960.
An even worse guess.
1914.
1914. Don't you know all about Franz Ferdinand and all that sort of bizzo?
Come on, ladies.
Maybe that's World War II. I don't know either.
Question number 5. 2 points to Jodie at the moment, 1 to Christine.
What fashion fad did the 1983 film Flashdance make popular? Get some songs, Jack.
Jodie,
Yes, Jodie?
leotard G-string thing and leg warmers.
Correct, my girl. Birth when there's nothing but a slow. What a song.
I mean, we don't have time to play songs, but you did a
Feeling.
great job there, Swanee. Hey, congratulations, Jodie. You've got the bum bag, but I'm going to send you both a Baker's Delight voucher.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Now, don't share your savoury bites with the kids at the childcare centre, Christine, because they're too
I won't
delicious.
be able to help myself.
And don't share them with Tom, our producer, because I just got scowled at for giving away those.
Oh, well.
It's Friday, Tom. Loosen up. I'm a model now.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Something happened earlier in the show. I think I might have met the love of my life. Hello, welcome back to the show, Jonathan.
Hi, Dal.
I mean, look, we were talking about being a bit witchy. Did you imagine that you would be back on the show to discuss bits and bobs with me?
Look, I didn't see that coming, and I thought, well, what a perfect way to end my Friday afternoon, though, than to have another chat with Swanee.
Well, here's the thing. I had planned to talk about something else, probably pointless, and you mentioned in our little conversation the story. You just said one little throwaway line that said, I'll be happy for you. You say it. What did you end the conversation with?
Very respectfully, of course, with consent, but I did say, would you do me the honour, Swanee, of running towards me?
Right, exactly. And I knew exactly what you were talking about. But Tom, who worked with me for years, didn't know the story. No one knows the story. So I thought I'll invite you back on the show and we can tell it together because there's going to be a lot of people that don't know it and it is a cracker.
It still gets me. It's stuck with me. I don't know why. All these years.
I know, and you're in very good company. The gorgeous Sam Pang, who I worked with on that show. It's his favourite. No, I never heard of him.
It's because it's so visual, Swanee. I remember the first time you told it and what I pictured happening. So I think that hilarious picture sticks in your mind.
And also, I still don't think it's that unusual. Yeah. And I think that adds to the joy of it because people are like, you what? Okay. So fill in any details that I might be saying wrong, Jonathan, because more often than not, people remember things much better than I do.
Totally.
But I was probably about 17 years old and I had finally found someone that wanted to kiss me. And we were at a park near our houses. and, both living with our parents, but teenagers. And he was laying on the grass on the oval, and I was there talking to him as well. It was very, very tame.
Romantic.
And very romantic. No, he was an odd guy, I'll be honest. But, I mean, look, you take what you can get. Am I right, Jonathan?
Amen, girl.
So I'm at this park and he said, I want you to do something for me. I'm like, anything. And he said...
He ventures you saying, anything.
Anything. Will we kiss after? Will you touch me on the boobies? Something. Anyway, he said, I remember him clearly. He was leaning on the grass, with his elbow down, with his hand on his... And he said to me, I was sitting cross-legged, and he said, can you get up? Can you hear Jonathan giggling? Can you get up and, take 20 paces that way and then run toward me? And I went, sorry, what? And he said, yeah, can you just... So I said, sure. And I got up.
I said, sure.
And then I remember over my shoulder going, is this far enough away? Is this? And he's like, bit further. And then when I was about 30 metres, 20 to 30 metres away, he goes, yep, stop. And then he sort of did that international, like the air traffic controller sign, like, okay, come.
The Boeing A380 used to come.
Yes. And then I ran toward him.
And that was before we got you in a sports bra, I think. So that was some damage.
Can I tell you, I don't think sports bras existed then. And
no.
You've never known a harder working bra. And I ran toward him, and then I just sort of stood in front of him, and it's like, is that it?
I'm glad you've worked on your self-confidence since then,
Well, and I think I might have done it again.
Oh, gosh. We've got to learn from our mistakes. Come on.
Oh, my God. And I've just remembered what I was wearing. I was wearing a pair of, light beige sports girl shorts.
Beige shorts? Oh,
yeah.
Gosh, that's a choice.
And a grey Marl Fruit of the Loom T-shirt.
Wow.
I remember what I was wearing.
I guess it sounds like the Full House outfit. It was probably about that time, wasn't it?
Run towards me. Anyway, thank you for reminding me of that story. I'd almost forgotten.
Thanks for taking it through us. I've got plenty more if you ever need.
Yeah, can you remind me? We'll do a regular Friday segment. Jonathan regrets.
That is fabulous. Have a good weekend.
Oh, I love you. God, you
Jonathan.
made my day. See you, Jonathan.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
It's Friday. It means let's check out
Chrissie's correspondence.
Correct. Took the words right out of my mouth. Joe slid in to my inbox.
Of course.
After hearing me talk about shapewear.
Oh, yes.
And I had to really think about this. She goes, Chrissie, what was the brand of shapewear you were speaking about on air last week, please? Love your show. And I had to go, did I say that? I feel like that was just me talking to my friends, but no, I was on air.
Yeah.
I was talking about Skims.
And how fantastic it is.
Kim Kardashian's brand. And I was so cynical when someone, I think I was on The Masked Singer or one of those TV shows, one of the wardrobe girls go, here, try this. And she held up a tiny little thing that looked like it would fit a baby. And I said, my ass is not going to get in there. Anyway, it does. And they are incredible.
She's a marvel, that woman, Kim.
Having said that, Kmart and Co. also do a great shapewear.
Good tip.
I've got both. Jason reached out. He says CW. What does that mean?
Does he think your last name is Williams or something?
Chrissie won. I think it's CS and Jack. Loving the show. You are great. Good on you, Jason.
Bit of positivity for your Friday.
Yeah. Tim heard my curtain dilemma. I've got these curtains and I spent so much time choosing the most beautiful curtains I could from Spotlight, and then I realised that I do not have the skills to put them up. And I said, what do you do with that situation? And Tim heard my plea and he goes, I run a handyman business in Melbourne and I can help you with your Spotlight hanging. I can even show you so you can do the next one yourself. That's where you lost me.
No, he lost. No, you know where he gets you back, though?
Where?
His name at the end. Read out that full name.
Tim Big dog handyman.
I love that.
I don't want to do it though. I want someone to do all of it for me. I'm not going to be able to do it all. So
we'll get Tim, Big Dog Handyman, back in a second time.
He'll just have to. But thank you, Tim. I will be in touch. Now, you revealed earlier this week, Jack, that your friend Kobe said that Slipknot is the world's biggest band ever.
Yep. And
Bruce reached out to suggest you should go on YouTube and look up Baby Metal. It's the most successful band to ever come out of Japan.
Thanks, Bruce.
God bless you, Bruce, but I don't think that's what we were talking about. Kobe, your friend, then also sent an image of the crowd at Slipknot at Flemington. It was called Knotfest.
Knotfest.
And he goes, show Chrissie this. And it's the most people I've ever seen in my life.
How massive is that crowd?
I'm not saying that they're not a big band. My problem is with the term the biggest band in the world. I just don't think they are.
He backtracked and said, I said one of. I'm like, still, they aren't. They're not one of them.
So's about it.
And imagine doing a death circle in that massive crowd where they all punch on.
I'm sorry, I could think of nothing worse.
How do they get out of there?
I could think of nothing worse. Oh. How do they get out of there? Where do you park? That's my major question wherever I go.
The logistics.
Where do I park?
Are always important.
Leslie DM'd about your laugh, Jack, and walking last night in PayPal Melbourne. Are you still okay?
I feel so relieved it's done.
Yeah.
I was so nervous before I walked out. I thought I was gonna either A, freeze or B, just pass out.
I bet. But Leslie was not one of the lucky winners. She goes, I love Jack's laugh and I would love to see him in fashion walk mode. Well, I'm sure we've got something on Instagram.
Yeah, or you can see me at Milan Fashion Week next year.
And let's finish with Rebecca. We did a segment this week called Born This Way, where we all called up and celebrated all the weird bits and bobs that we were born with. And we had a caller call up and say that they had a condition called Tori, I think it's called, where they've got little lumps and bumps and extra, like, shoulder blades in their mouth.
On the roof of their mouth.
It was extraordinary. Anyway, Beck said, oh, my God, I've always had weird lumps on my bottom jaw, and your caller who had Tori just diagnosed me. I thought that was normal.
You literally said that was going to happen, Swanee.
And there you go, community service done.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Lady Gaga dropped her album this morning, and how's this? Our very own Ricky Lee at Tim and Joel caught up with her, and you can hear that next. I know.
Chrissie's Clickbait.
Let's talk about the new album.
Mayhem, it's called.
I've been so excited for this. Do you know what I didn't Google is how long I've been waiting for this album. When was her last one?
Chromatica, which was May 29, 2020. So we've been waiting 5 years.
We've been waiting a long, long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's worth it. It hit last night at midnight. Had a very busy day, obviously, trying to get over our late night at the fashion show last night.
We did.
But I've been trying to grab what I can, and it's unbelievable. I mean, she could be in the form of her life. There, I said it. I'm like Glenn A. Baker. She has sat down and reflected on her life and how being famous has affected her with the great Zane Lowe.
In that moment, whether your life since then has felt like the blink of an eye or a river?
It definitely feels like both.
Yeah.
It's like I just had no idea what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful that it did. What I value when I think about this time is not what it gave to me in my career, but the endless memories.
It's interesting that she's so emotional about it.
Yeah.
And it reminded me, do you remember I said a while ago, I have read that a lot of experts, mental health experts, psychs and whatever, identify extreme fame as a form of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because there's constant scrutiny, loss of privacy, pressure to maintain a public persona. And I feel like her reaction absolutely supports that.
Meets that criteria for sure.
It must be extraordinarily traumatic because it's like you die.
Yeah, and then a new version of you is born. And also, her shoot to fame was massive with Just Dance in 2008. I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember being like, who is this?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we were all over her. And then quickly the label pumped out Poker Face.
Yeah.
And she was
and
just
then she's like,
there.
hang on, I don't know who I am, and everybody else is telling me who I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think keep that in mind when you see people that are struggling, like Justin Bieber or whatever, it's recognised as trauma.
Yes.
Just like losing a partner or a parent. Yeah. She has confirmed that she directly interacts with fans on social media. I don't think it would be every single message is coming from her, but definitely
some of them.
She opens up the app and she answers from herself, which is nice to know.
That's cool.
She also said she made about 50 songs and had to whittle it down to the final collection that appear on this new album, Mayhem.
I actually thought maybe it would have been more.
50's a lot.
50's a lot, but you hear of people saying that they had 150 songs.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Rihanna's scrounging together 4. She's got a whole lot to go. She says that track 4, Perfect Celebrity, is a very, very angry song, probably harking back to this whole trauma, loss of identity sort of thing.
I like having a go-to song when I'm feeling angry.
Me too.
That's good to know.
Me too. And Blade of Grass at track 13 has been inspired by her fiancé, Michael Polanski. Oh. So there you go. Loads of interesting stuff doing the rounds. Have a listen to the album and have a listen to Ricki Lee, Tim and Joel because they caught up with her in person.
And watch SNL this weekend if you're a Gaga fan. She is hosting and it is available on Binge in Australia if you want to watch it.
Speaking of SNL, or have we run out of time?
No, we can speak
Okay,
about
so
it.
Jennifer Coolidge is appearing in a new crime comedy film, and I'm so excited about it.
Crime and comedy together wigs me out, though.
Oh, no, it's the best.
Really?
Oh, it's the best combination because listen to the cast.
Okay, go.
It's called Riff Raff, and I was like, oh, she's really been on a high. I hope she's chosen well. I mention SNL because Pete Davidson's in it.
Love.
He plays a henchman.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
Coolidge and Davidson.
The rest of the cast are. So she plays Ruth, the ex of a former criminal.
Got it.
His name is Vincent. It's played by Ed Harris. Do you know Ed Harris? He was the guy that played God in The Truman Show.
Oh, yeah.
He's a
scrawny face
brilliant
vibe,
actor.
yeah.
And Bill Murray is in it playing a gangster called Lefty.
Oh, Barsley.
It is, oh my God, literally everything leads back to Charlie's Angels. Anyway, I can't wait for that. She has said that she nearly died when she was in her 20s in New York City. She goes, I was going through, I can't do her accent.
No, do it.
What does she sound like? No, it's not good. Anyway, she said she was partying in a way that was very extreme and not buckling down. Remind you of anyone, Jack? And trying to make anything really important happen, getting a career going, etc. I was busy going to the Palladium. I remember it was one of those things where I felt like I was completely out of control and I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop the train. That's you and your modelling career.
Have a beautiful weekend, Swanee.
Love you.
And shout out to all the beautiful women that listen to the Chrissie Swan Show. Enjoy International Women's Day tomorrow.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.